done so far. So I got these steps done and some of this decking up here. I wanted to get enough done for the dogs to be able to come out the door and be able to come out here and go to the bathroom. And so I put this temporary railing up just so they don't fall off the deck at night. So yeah, steps were a pain in the butt, but finally got it right. And then I'm gonna have to continue this decking. I added all my support beams to make the deck stronger. We're putting a big gazebo on top of it, so I wanted to make sure that it would be able to hold that. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm coming off of here. I'm gonna extend the deck out about another 4 or 5 feet, maybe 6 feet. Haven't decided yet, but it's gonna come out here and be longer out this way. And then I'm gonna be putting a privacy wall on this side of the deck. So that's it so far. I replaced some boards that were too rotted, and yeah, so just put some extra support on the bottom just in case the original deck fails. So that's it so far. So I got these cement posts
about done. Just waiting for them to cure completely.
So I'm extending the deck out that far. It's about 6 feet. 6.5 feet. So if it doesn't rain tomorrow, I'll be able to attach the post to those. But it's supposed to rain, so we'll see. Allie. So I got all the decking boards on. My dad helped me out with the last half, which was a big help. And now I'm getting all the posts in. And it's a pain in the butt because the top of the deck's not even. So to get these posts perfectly level, I have to shimmy each one up. And then I also have to put blocks underneath for the big bolts to go into, because there's no way I was just gonna drill it into the decking. It definitely needs more support, so that's what I did for the posts. I still need to cut off the access boards back there, but so that's it so far. Get the rest of these posts on in the next couple days, hopefully. And I'll put up the rails, and I'll be building a big gazebo to put on top of this, and also a privacy wall on the other end over there. So this is where I'm at now. I got most of the posts in, starting to put up some railings. Starting to come together. So this is what I got so far. Getting the railings done. I was gonna do something different for the railings, but we decided to go with this instead, which I'm really happy with. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Allergies. I really like the look of this. I really do. It kind of gives you that country look, but still like modern with the black hardware. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. That's better than what I was gonna go with, I think. So yep. That's how it's looking so far. Obviously, gotta finish that side. I'm gonna put a privacy wall up at the end of the deck that way. So it is coming along. deck is 99.9% done, but I'm just going to end this video with this anyway. All I got to do is add one more railing to each step railing, and then I'm done. Oh, I'm going to add a board on top of the privacy wall there and a board right there also, just for looks, just like I did here. But other than that, that's it. I'm done. I'm very happy with it. We love the way it looks. This was a big project, especially for one person. Yeah, we love how we did the railings. It kind of gives you that country feel still. It kind of goes along with our fence in our backyard. And but then you have all the black hardware stuff, and that kind of, so it's like kind of like the wood with the fence looking, kind of gives it a country feel, but all the black metal hardware gives it more of a modern feel, especially with the black screens here and the privacy wall that I put in. So yeah, we're definitely happy with it. This one took me a while, guys. This one took a lot out of me, that's for sure. So the privacy wall was just an idea I had, and it pretty much looks exactly like I pictured it in my head. So I just kind of came up with a vision and figured out a way to do it, and we're definitely very happy with how it turned out. So I added 6.5 feet from the original deck. The original deck ended where the house is right there. So I added all that. And then we'll be putting a big gazebo on this part of the deck here. And that'll come to about here. Then this will be like the barbecue area. Plus if you want to sit out on the deck and get some sun, that's not covered by the gazebo. So yeah. Like I said, gonna add one more railing here and on the steps with those ones as well. I'm not gonna do all this here. Not sure what code is, but I'm not really worried about code right now. So yeah, very happy with it. And I am so glad it's done. We'll get one more wide shot here. Like I said, I am going to add one more 2x4 on the top of each side of the privacy wall on top of there, like I did to the top of the railings. But other than that, it's done. So I got so much scrap wood to pick up. The garage is filled as well. But yeah, that's it, guys. So thanks for watching this video. If you watched the whole thing, I know it's long. Like I said, I think earlier in the video, I stopped recording myself actually doing it because I wanted to listen to music while I was doing it, or I was gonna go crazy. And so all my music is on my phone, so I couldn't set it up and film the whole thing. So all right, hope you guys have a great one. Thanks again for watching, and until the next project, see you guys later.